That man claimed he was German. German soldiers roughly tore off his pants. After confirming that he was Jewish, they executed him on the spot. I immediately sensed the danger. I quickly tore off the red scarf around my neck and destroyed my identification, because I was Jewish as well. Before long, German soldiers came to question me. In fluent German, I told them that I was a German who had escaped from the Soviet Union. They couldn't tell whether I was telling the truth or lying, so they took me to an officer and left the decision to him. The officer asked for my parents' names. At that moment, my mind went completely blank. I didn't even manage to make something up. An officer with a terrifying appearance seemed to notice my panic. Instead of exposing me, he actually helped me and then hugged me. Just then, a disturbance broke out outside. The Germans had captured a Soviet officer because of the language barrier. The two sides were arguing endlessly. I took the initiative and offered to act as a translator. Through my translation, the Germans learned that one of the prisoners was Stalin's son. The Nazi soldiers were overjoyed. They claimed the credit for themselves and dragged me along to take photos as souvenirs. After that, I was taken to German headquarters. My disguise worked perfectly. The German soldiers completely let down their guard around me, until a prisoner suddenly shouted my name. He was my former sworn enemy. In front of everyone, he exposed my identity, shouting that I was Jewish. But the German soldiers couldn't understand what he said, so they ordered me to translate. I suppressed my fear and lied, saying I didn't know the man. I even raised my hand and viciously slapped my enemy across the face. The Nazi soldiers were pleased. The prisoner lunged forward to attack me, but was immediately restrained by the Germans. After that, he was executed on the spot. From that moment on, I completely gained the Germans' trust and became one of them. Together, we captured Soviet positions and seized enemy radio equipment. I was responsible for translating the intercepted transmissions. The very next second, all of my so-called comrades were killed by enemy snipers. I had no choice but to defect to the Soviet side. I contacted the Soviet army by radio and ran wildly toward their position, holding my hands high in surrender. Seeing this, the Soviet soldiers lowered their weapons and raised their hands in response. At that moment, German soldiers suddenly charged out from behind. They believed I was going to avenge my comrades, and pursued me relentlessly. A colonel was informed of what had happened. He asked me who I believed the enemy was. I answered, the Soviet Union. The colonel shook his head. He corrected me, not these people. The enemy in this war is the Jews. I was completely stunned. I did not understand hatred. I did not understand why someone should be hunted down because of who they were. In the end, the colonel recommended that I go to Berlin to study.